Welcome to the Green and Gold Gridiron Show. My name is Margeaux Morin.
And I'm Chris Scheetz from Kissin' Country 103.9. What a football weekend we have coming up just before the playoffs. I looked at my fingers. I've got a wedding ring, no Grey Cup rings, but there's a man that does right beside me. I thought I'd bring in for a little extra help. The heavy hitter, it's Bryan Hall from 630.
How do you like those? Can you see those right there? This one right here is 2003. This is when they beat Montreal in Regina. And this one is from 2005 when they finished third, went on the road, one in Calgary, one in BC, and then stayed for the Grey Cup, and in double overtime beat the Alouettes under the dome at BC Place Stadium. Remember, that was the year that Jason Maas had the great games in Calgary and in Vancouver. It was quite a year. So the Eskimos are trying to get back this year for the first time to the playoffs in the West, Chris, and you want to know what's going to happen? I'll tell you. Okay, here's the thing.
It's going to take a great game in BC this weekend to do it again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But you know what? I think they can beat them, and I'll tell you why. The Eskimos, I think they're finally getting that offense of theirs together. They made the change, remember, at the middle of the season. Not an easy thing to do. And so they're playing against the Lions, and if they win, and they play well at BC Place Stadium, the Eskimos.
They do. Ricky Ray does,
doesn't he? Well, you've got to have more than that.
Yeah.
So they play well. So they win on Friday, and they've got the last playoff spot.
Okay.
The loser on Friday, whichever team it is, has to wait to see what happens with Winnipeg at home to the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Yes.
Because that's for second place in the East. If Winnipeg loses, period, then the loser on Friday in Vancouver go to the crossover against Hamilton Tiger Cats, okay? Montreal's sitting back waiting. Saskatchewan and Calgary are playing one another this weekend in Calgary. The winner of that gets first. The loser finishes second. It's quite a finish to the season, I'll tell you.
The always quiet, doesn't have much to say Bryan Hall will continue with us coming up. But right now, Margeaux, more on the show.
Yeah, we're going to start today's show with John Barata testing Byron Parker's pop culture knowledge in first and goal. And then we're going to throw it over to Tom Richards, who's going to show us some stunts in Football 101.
Hello and welcome to the final installment of First and Goal. Today I'm here with Byron Parker, defensive back of the Edmonton Eskimos. So Byron, you know how this game goes. What do you want to go for first, 10, 6, or 4?
Give me the 10.
You got it, going big. What rap star got his nickname as a bat boy for the Oakland A's?
MC Hammer.
My God, he's got it! First try, congratulations, man!
Hi, I'm Tom Richards with Football 101. This week I'd like to talk about stunts. Stunts are what the defensive line do to try to mix it up a little bit for the offense. Now, primary concerns for the defense are that the offense can't just run all over the field. So there's got to be somebody guarding both sides so that whoever's back here can't just simply run around and do whatever they want. Guys in the middle got to make sure the offense can't run right up the middle. Right? Sounds pretty simple. So that's some basic responsibilities on the defense. But if each guy does the same thing over and over again, it's going to be pretty tough because we know exactly where he's going to be and we'll just blast him out of there. So the defense, they get paid too. They actually try to mix it up a little bit. So we got to have somebody guarding the outside and somebody blocking up the middle. Well, why not change it up a little bit? Have the end come in and the tackle go around. Now all of a sudden these guys got to figure out who's going where, who do I got to block? Got to make the offensive guys think. For more information on Football 101, go to esks.com.
Of course, to be a professional football player, you have to stay in shape, and they find all sorts of different ways of doing just that. And Willie Amos, defensive back for the Eskimos, has a unique way. He actually jumps rope. And the man that invented jumping rope, right, Brian? Didn't you invent it
I'll
back
tell you what, when I was a kid,
here we go.
did you ever do some skipping when you were a kid?
Does it look like I could even jump over a
Listen,
rope?
I used to do the skipping in that, but I have to tell you one other thing.
Yeah.
Seriously, folks, I was really good at double dutch.
Yeah.
Did you ever do double dutch?
I may have dabbled.
No, double dutch, you know, where you have the two ropes like this and you...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I used to do that. Oh, yeah, I said, well, I was really good at double dutch.
I'd be scared if the rope got caught.
Single rope is just, you know.
It's too
but
easy.
Double dutch is something else.
Yeah, you can involve others. What if the rope got caught in your hair? That's what I'd be scared of.
That's fine.
Margeaux, tell us what's up.
Well, I'll tell you, Willie Amos is a state, American, and world champion at jump rope. So up next in Out of Bounds, we sat down with him and he told us about the jump rope and how it has changed his life. Check it out.
My name is Willie Amos of Jumping Sports Industries, and I'm here with Out of Bounds, and we're going to show you some jump rope stuff. Well, I actually got started with the Jump Rope Art, the Art and Stroke Foundation. There's a team in 4th grade. We would jump at the high school halftime shows. It's like a team of 60, and we'd perform and do all that. But after 5th grade, it stops. So me and basically two other guys, Sean Hamilton and Cliffy Forbes, we formed a team and we started doing things for American Heart. We was their demonstration team. We went all over Texas. Things went from there. Competition is a lot of fun. We competed for 4 years straight. Sectionals, regionals, and then you have nationals. We went to nationals 4 years in a row. Didn't win it till the final year that we were together. But we went to nationals, and that's in Disney World. Yeah, I'm from a small town, 12,000 people, and we go all the way out here to Orlando and see, you know, all these characters and all these people from all across the globe at Disney World, and just the jump rope. We won nationals in 1999 and went on to win worlds in 1999 as well, so it was a lot of fun. Then I went to college. I didn't have time to compete because it's student athlete. Since then, I just go to different schools, teaching jump rope, speaking to kids, you know, promoting good health, staying in school and all that jazz, and it was a lot of fun. I just like being in a community like that, so that's been my springboard. Okay, I'll show you some basic tricks, very basic stuff. Crisscrosses, side swings, EB, crisscross, cross-cross. Whatever you do forward, you want to be able to do it backwards. So, then it's called double unders. You also have what is called rope manipulation. Now that's when you release the rope and catch it, keep going, just like that. Different kinds. There we go. So this trick right here, I can do it in the air, the triple under. I do it all in the air. There are also push-ups. You do push-ups and all that type of stuff. I'll show you. I'll break it down. I'll break it down from a fake push-up, real push-up, then a kamikaze. Fake push-up, squat, out, up, then the rope goes under. You see it again. Squat, out, under, real push-up, rope goes under you. Before you land, looks like this. Now, rope may bounce on this one. It's called a kamikaze. You stay in the push-up position. Here, the rope's gonna go around me while I'm still in the push-up position. Now, I have no routine. It's just basically freestyling. Kind of like when, you know, song artists, they just start rapping or whatever, just say whatever comes to mind. Basically what I do with the rope. So I have no routine. So here goes nothing. My name's Willie Amos. That's it for Out of Bounds.
Well, the city of Edmonton certainly does not go overboard when it comes to naming things after people that have made a difference in the community. But when they do it right. And that's exactly what's happened as we pan up and you can see this has now been officially named the Bryan Hall Media Center. And Brian's with us. Brian, before we talk about this, I want you to tell us about when you got started. How many years ago? How long have you been following the Eskies?
Well, I've been following the Eskies since 1953. But that's some 57 years, right? Of what, 60 or 61 years they've been in operation. So I've covered them that long, but I started doing the broadcast in 1965.
Yeah, and you know what? You've seen some unbelievable games over the years. It's been a fantastic organization. I know it's hard to ask for specific highlights.
Don't ask me one, because I can't give you one. You're going to ask me some. Listen,
yeah.
I only live for what's going on now. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about what's coming up.
Yeah.
I don't care about what's gone on because, I mean, it's gone. I can't change the score. I can't change a play. I really don't care. I just know where they are at the moment, and so we go on. So if you're going to ask me what I can't tell you. I mean, I was around for 5 in a row with the Eskimos. I remember Hugh Campbell's first year when they wanted to fire him at the end of the first half of the season. And then the club caught fire and got to the Grey Cup and had that famed Staples Bowl in 1977 against Montreal Alouettes. I can tell you all kinds of things, remembering a season like '89 of 16-2, and they don't go to the Grey Cup, and 8-8 club, Saskatchewan Roughriders, come in and beat the Eskimos and win the Grey Cup 43-40 against Hamilton. I can remember 1997 when we were going to have the Grey Cup here. We had the first one in '84, but in 1997 we were going to have the Grey Cup here. Everything was looking really good, and what happens? Saskatchewan Roughriders come in and beat the Eskimos again, and they lose in the Western Final to the Toronto Argonauts. I can tell you all kinds of memories, I suppose, but don't ask me any specific one.
So in typical Bryan Hall style, I ask you to tell me what the past, you say you can't, and then you do for 3 minutes.
No, I thought you wanted a specific big moment. You know what I mean?
It's been an amazing run, though, truly, and I know you feel blessed. Let's talk about what's above us here. I mean, when you saw that for the first time, how did you feel?
Oh, well, it was wonderful. I mean, how many times you have a Jackie Parker room and you have the Bryan Hall Media Center, and of course I was around the Eskimo dressing room when Jackie first came in back in 1954. This kid, you know, old spaghetti legs. You looked at him and you looked at the legs and you said, are they serious? Can this guy play football? And then you looked at the huge hands that he had, and then you got to know the great talent that he had because he was very, very smart. Oh, he was a very sharp individual. So, I mean, you know, and he and I became lifetime friends. And when that happens, and you have, as I say, the Parker room, and now you got the Bryan Hall Media Center, I feel really, of course, honored, but it's a little extra special because of the Jackie Parker room being in here. You know, not everybody can get that done. I went up in the Wall of Honor with Hugh Campbell and Norm Kimball. The three of us went in, and the Eskimo dinner, I think it was 1990. I mean, all of those things are very, very nice. They're honors, of course, but that's why this is a little extra special to me.
And you're all about, you say the past really doesn't mean you're all about today, you're all about tomorrow, and you know this will be here forever, and that's cool.
Well, sure, I guess so. I hope it'll be here hopefully long after I'm gone. You know what I mean? Anyway, yes.
Someday maybe the Chris Scheetz toilet in the very back corner here at Commonwealth. That's what I'm hoping for. Thank you, Brian. All right, up next in the 3-minute drill, John Comiskey is going to tell us about the stance.
Good morning, fellas. My name is John Comiskey. I'm with the Edmonton Eskimos, play on the offensive line, and I'm a center.
Josh.
Josh, nice to meet you.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Justin.
Justin, nice to meet you.
Kyle.
Kyle.
Mark.
Mark.
Garrett.
Garrett, nice to meet you.
Kieran.
Nice to meet you, pal.
Shane.
Nice to meet you. Shane.
Chase.
Chase.
Jesse.
Jesse. Okay, guys, let's pair up now. It's like we talked about before. Okay, guys, if everybody looks with me, what we're going to do today, I'm going to teach you the fundamentals of your stance. Everything starts with your stance as an offensive lineman. Your base, your down hand, everything is critical to what you're going to accomplish on the field. So what you have to think about, let's all follow me right now, is your feet are right underneath your armpits. Okay, we want to be square, toes pointed forward. Okay, now what I want you to do is bring your hands down to your knees, okay, with your eyes up. And at this point in time, what we're doing is we're looking straight ahead to identify our defender, and we're going to identify where we're going to be heading, because our eyes always take us to where we're going. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is take our down hand. We're gonna get down into a 3-point stance. So you're gonna bend a little bit more, take your hand down to the ground. Now what you wanna do is keep your eyes up, because with your eyes up, you're always looking to where you're going. So you wanna have Z's in your knees, you wanna keep your butts up, and you wanna have your eyes up. Okay, now everybody stand up again. And now we're gonna do that whole process over again. So what's the first most important thing?
Feet under your armpits.
Feet under your armpits, right? So we're starting with our feet under our armpits. We've got a nice solid base. When we're in a nice wide base like this is how we keep our balance, okay? But we're always identifying our defenders. We have to look at where we're going. So we're taking our hands to our knees. We're still looking where we're going. Now we're getting into a 3-point stance, keeping our eyes up. Okay, now you keep your butts up. That's where your power is gonna come from. And that, fellas, is the fundamentals of your stance, which is the most important thing as an offensive lineman to start with. Good work.
I hope you enjoyed the show today and that you enjoyed the show all season. And we're hoping to hear from you. Send us your comments, whether they're good or bad. We want to know what you liked and what you would like to see next year. You can send that to the Gridiron Show at shaw.ca. You can also watch all 18 episodes at esks.com and shawtv.com.
Absolutely. Can you say big game, Margeaux?
Big, huge, super game, Margeaux.
Unbelievable game coming up on Friday. Halsey, where can they catch it?
Well, I would suggest, first of all, you could check the HD listings on Shaw.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, you can always tune in on 6:30 Chad.
Give us a touchdown, Eskimos.
Starts at 7 o'clock and the game kicks off at 8:30. Touchdown, Eskimos! And I'll be saying that on Friday, and don't think I won't, because it's going to be an Eskimo victory.
There it is.
Go, Esks, go!
And Brian's guy
Right?
says the weather's going to be great, too.
Oh, who cares? It's under the dome.